included in the traditional and then also the non-traditional security threats. So terrorism is not new to the South and South Asia countries. Indeed, for much of the Cold War, the activity of a variety of domestic ethno-nationalists and the religious groups posted that there was arguably one of the most significant challenges to the internal stability of the sovereign country across the region. And the South and South Asia regions is strategically located between the eastern and the western hemisphere. The multi-sectoral cooperation of the South and South Asia and Asian member states in the political, economic, and the cultural sector had much contributed to the regional security and stability. There are some non-traditional security issues in the region, such as the border dispute between the neighboring countries, multiple claims to the Sunday Islands, illegal border trade, transnational crime, people smuggling, interference in the internal affairs of the other nation, and terrorism. Terrorism can be described as a wave. The anarchic, anti-colonial, and the new language are lasted for a few decades, but the religious wave is lasting for many decades until now. And the South and South Asia country had been affected by the school of the transnational jihadi terrorism, sometimes subsumed in the long-standing insurgencies. Both regions have also have a significant problem of poverty and poor governance. This problem enforced the spread of terrorism in the both regions. South and South Asia states have all reaffirmed that terrorism is one of the most serious threats to the international peace and security. That people responsible for the committing terrorism acts, abuses, or the violation of international humanitarian law must be held accountable. And now I would like to talk about the Islamia GI. It's based in the, as we all know that it's based in the Indonesia, and 16 years after the carrying Bali bombings, which killed over 200 people, the Al-Qaeda affiliated GI remain the key terrorist group in the Southeast Asia today. Despite being a pushback since 2009, by the death of its key leader and the rest of its members, the GI has ideological roots in the region, and the rise of so-called the Islamic State ISIS since 2014 has been the godsend for GI, and as it has absorbed the security apparatus' attention, permitting GI to expand and be in a position to pose a threat to the status in the region, and its key leaders believe that the GI is in a state of heightened preparedness to date. And GI subdivided the South Asia region into a three main order zone for the specific purpose of training in Philippines, funding in the Malaysia and Singapore, and also operation in Indonesia. But before that, the GI had planned to establish a training camp in Western Myanmar, especially in the Rakhine State. According to the former GI training leader, the Nasir Abbas, who I met in the Jakarta last year, I personally met him about their plan to establish a camp in the Myanmar. So he and Hembari, who is now in the Golden Bail, came to Myanmar in Rakhine State via Bangladesh in 1994. They met the local terrorist group called the Rohingya Solidarity Organization, RSO, and they discussed about the establishment of the international training camp in Myanmar. But they decided not to set up the camp because of the difficult and the rough terrain in the Rakhine State. And of course, this camp was settled in the Mindanao in the Philippines, and also the tactics used by the terror group in Philippines, southern Thailand, and also in the western Myanmar Rakhine State were very similar. Although we don't know they connected each other yet. And the next one is about the ISIS. I learned about that there are two schools of thought about the ISIS. And the first one is that some experts say this group nearly vanquished as it struggled to hold in the Middle East country. And another analysis see that ISIS is invisible, distinct to wreak havoc in the Middle East for the next decade and beyond. Whether these are right or wrong, it has a plan to set up a stronghold in the Sambua country in the Africa, Eastern Europe, South and Southeast Asia country. And then also there are many freedom fighters were fighting along with ISIS in the Middle East. They are returning to their respective region after the failure of ISIS in the Middle East. So this will be the very serious threat for the whole of our region. And also there are some terrorist groups that pledge support for ISIS in the region, such as GI Indonesia and also the BUCF in the Philippines. And now I would like to move on to the Myanmar's Rakhine State, a case study. And Myanmar is also a vital area bridging the Southeast Asia and South Asia. It wedged between the China and India, which are most populated and the most powerful one in the region. So the security of the state is affected by the impact from the political, economic, military, and social crisis and of the global and also the regional states. And also, the new emergence terrorist group in Myanmar is called the ARSA, which is the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army. Its former name was Hagar Yakin, the fake movement. And its leader, the Ataullah and the others ARSA leaders were trained in some South Asian countries according to their intelligence sources. And they were offended by their sympathizer and the extremist group in the Middle Eastern country. So ARSA is responsible for the 2016 and 2017 attacks in the western in the Rakhine State. On 9th October 2016, hundreds of ARSA terrorists attacked 3 Myanmar border police posts along Myanmar's border with Bangladesh, and killings 9 border police officers. And also again on 25th August 2017, 1,000 of terrorists participated in the coordinated attack on the 13th border police post and also Army Light Infantry Battalion base in the northern Rakhine State. And the Myanmar's and also they killed the 12 police officers during the attack. Myanmar's Anti-Terrorism Central Committee declared ARSA as a terrorist groups in accordance with the country's counter-terrorism law. On 22nd May of 2018, the Amnesty International released a report claiming it has evidence that ARSA rounded and killed as many as 99 Hindu civilians on the 25th August 2017, the same day that ARSA launched a massive attack against the Myanmar security forces. And during after the October 2016 attack, they were using 3 tactics according to the Joint Defense and Security Intelligence. The first one is a hit and run. They use small and they attack on the security, small security posts and also small-scale ambushes on the patrol. And the next one is the attack on the patrol using IED. Firstly, they are not very much improved in the making this phone, but recently they are very much improved in making IED using pipe phone and also a carbon using a remote control. And the last one is they killed these local Bengalese people suspecting cooperating with security forces. And these are the 2017 attack, coordinated attack to the both 30 police forces and also went army base. Also, they set the fire on the both ethnic and villages and also local Hindu villages. Both attacks in the 2016 and 2017 were well-organized attacks, and they use a dawn attacks like regular army, and they more systematic control, command and control, and use manpower, including thousands of these people, and also in addition for the reinforcement. Before the attack in 2017, the security forces captured the 40 radio communication set from the local religious leader. So they plan to attack the security forces and prepare for the years before. And also the security forces capture the terrorist training camp in this mountainous region in the Rakhine state. They are sent underground facility in there. And this is the same information from the Bengal Post. This is the India and the Bangladesh intelligence official intercepted 3 long-duration calls between this Azhar military wing chief on the 23rd and 24th of August 2017. Whether it is wrong or true or not, we cannot confirm about these phone numbers from the Pakistani intelligence and also the ISIS recruiter in the Iraq, but we cannot confirm about this information yet. These are the these are the map they drawn before the attack in the security forces. And also the security forces captured the local made IED, and also the police truck were destroyed by the IED during the attack. And also that they capture, security forces capture the local made weapons. So in these pictures, we can see only this knife and sword and the handmade weapon. Why aren't they use modernized weapons? So the answer is that they created the story that they were fighting for the rights with whatever they got. Because there are so many smuggling along the border, so they can get their modernized weapon whenever they want. So when they have future attacks, yes, and so what should we prepare? This is not only important for Myanmar but also for the neighboring country. So the reinforcement of the border police, including manpower and good ammunition, and upgrading the border security police forces and the attachment of immigration and custom officer to these police units. Another one is the border fences. We have to finish some construction and some 30 mile long Myanmar-Bangladesh border, and we should use electric fences like in the Indo-Pakistani border. But there are 2 ideas about the border fences. Sam said that the border fences, they are very affected against all illegal migrants. But another idea is that they are only symbol nationalism, they only show their sovereignty. Our idea is that we should combine using of the border fences and with the technology, like the sovereign program with command center UAV and also the CCTV network and the night vision Google to the border police. For example, the Israel in the Israel-Gaza area and the India is using Indo-Pakistani border and the the Indo-Bangladesh border. And also there's recommendation of such a rate operation training, and also we should construct the information intelligence network. As a conclusion, the tactics used by the ASAR are the same to those used by an insurgent group fighting in the southern Thailand, namely crossing the border from the one country to another to launch small-scale attack, then the retreating back across the border to the community that share a similar ethnic and or the religious background. So the border security is very important, and it is one of the essential elements to the national security. Therefore, Southeast Asia country should have an integrated strategy, including counterterrorism training and exercises, intelligence gathering and sharing to counter terrorism. Thank you very much.